Hey guys, in this final video, I want to leave you with both a lesson and a little bit of a challenge. The lesson that I want to impart with you before I send you off into the world to do some really amazing things with the tools that you've gained in this course is to own up. To own up to your photographs. Now, what I mean by that, I think one of the biggest plagues in this world nowadays is the plague of blame. Too often we spend all this time blaming. We blame others, we blame the situation, we blame the weather, we blame all kinds of things but ourselves for our problems, for our situation. That applies both to life and it applies to photography. If you spend all your time looking at your photographs saying, oh well, the light just wasn't right, or the weather was crappy, or my subject just wouldn't cooperate, or whatever, then we're basically handing over control of how our images turn out to the situations and the people and the things around us. But once you own up to it, once you look at your photograph and say, wow, the light just didn't turn out, and a big part of that was me, or if not all of it was me, because I could have changed I could have changed my location, I could have manipulated the lighting, I could have added some flash, I could have done all kinds of things. The second you turn blame over to yourself, if you are the problem, then you are the solution. And like I said, that applies to photography, that applies to life. So as you go out there and you start to bring together all of the concepts that we've covered in this class, own up to your photographs, own up to the successes, and own up to the failures. And as you do that and you look at it and say, that was my mistake, I did that, how do I make it better because I can control that? You'll find yourself creating some fantastic images that change those that view your images. So with that said, I want to now give you the challenge. So the challenge I give you as you go out is to take the concepts that we've learned, the concepts of aperture and depth of field, shutter speed, how you control motion blur, ISO, lighting, everything that we've covered, composition. I want you to take all of that and put it in the back of your mind, and in the front of your mind, I want you to sit down and say, what do I want to communicate? What kind of image would I love to create to kind of share my vision, to share my philosophy, to share my ideas, to share my passions with the world? Sit down and think about that. What do you want to communicate? Write it down, and then I want you to jump back to those tools that we've addressed in this course. And I want you to write down then, okay, so in order to create this vision, I need this lighting, I need to use this aperture to create this depth of field, I need this sort of motion blur, I need this composition. Write that down, and then go out and create a single image or a series of images that makes that vision a reality. This is your chance to bring it all together, to make it happen. And as you do that, and as you move forward and you take these concepts that we've learned in this minimalist photographer course, take the concepts, put aside blame, own up to it, you'll find that you begin to create some extremely powerful images that not only change the lives of those that see them, but will change the world. So go out, create fantastic images, take the concepts we've learned, and make a real and lasting difference in those that see your vision and look at your photographs.